Alocasia amazonica is one of the most visually striking houseplants you can grow, and it's easy to understand why it captures so much attention. Its dark green, almost black leaves combined with sharply contrasting white veins create a bold, architectural look that feels almost artificial in its perfection. It doesn't just sit in a room, it dominates it, becoming an instant focal point. But this beauty comes with a price. Unlike beginner-friendly plants, Alocasia does not tolerate neglect or inconsistency. It reacts quickly and visibly to even small mistakes, which is why many people feel like they are constantly failing with it. Leaves can yellow, droop, or disappear almost overnight, making the plant seem unpredictable or overly sensitive. In reality, Alocasia is not random, it is precise. It follows clear environmental rules, and when those rules are respected, it becomes stable, strong, and incredibly rewarding. The key difference between failure and success is understanding how this plant thinks. In this guide, you're not just learning care tips, you're learning how to read the plant. Once you understand its signals and natural behavior, you'll be able to maintain consistent growth and enjoy those dramatic leaves for the long term. Alocasia amazonica is not a naturally occurring wild species, but a hybrid inspired by plants native to tropical Southeast Asia. Its parent plants evolved in dense rainforest environments where conditions are remarkably stable throughout the year. In these forests, the plant grows under a thick canopy of trees, which filters sunlight into a soft, diffused glow. It never receives harsh, direct sun, but it also never experiences true darkness. This constant, gentle light is a key factor in its development. Humidity in these regions is consistently high, often above 70%, and temperatures rarely fluctuate dramatically between day and night. The soil is rich in organic matter from decomposing leaves and is loose, airy, and well-draining while still retaining moisture. When you bring this plant into your home, you are essentially asking it to adapt to a completely different world: dry air, irregular watering, artificial heating, and inconsistent light. This is why it struggles. However, once you understand its origin, everything becomes logical. You don't need to perfectly recreate a rainforest, but you do need to imitate its core elements: stable warmth, consistent moisture, good airflow, and soft, indirect light. When these conditions are approximated, the plant responds quickly and positively. Watering is where most people go wrong with Alocasia, not because it is complicated, but because it requires balance and attention. This plant does not tolerate extremes. It does not like to be bone dry, and it does not tolerate constantly wet soil either. The goal is to maintain a slightly moist environment at all times. Think of a damp sponge, not dripping wet, but never completely dry. The best approach is to water when the top layer of soil has dried out, while the deeper layers still retain some moisture. If the soil dries completely, the plant becomes stressed. You may notice drooping leaves, curling edges, or even leaf loss. On the other hand, if the soil stays too wet for too long, oxygen cannot reach the roots. This leads to root rot, which is one of the fastest ways to kill an Alocasia. A practical method is to physically check the soil. Insert your finger a few centimeters deep. If it feels dry at the top but slightly damp below, it's the perfect time to water. You can also use a moisture meter for more precision. Equally important is drainage. Always make sure excess water can escape freely from the pot. Letting water sit at the bottom suffocates the roots and creates long-term problems. Consistency is what matters most. Irregular watering, alternating between very dry and very wet, confuses the plant and leads to instability. Light plays a central role in maintaining the dramatic appearance of Alocasia leaves. Without proper light, the plant simply cannot sustain its bold structure or produce new growth. In its natural habitat, Alocasia grows under a forest canopy where sunlight is filtered and diffused. This means it is adapted to bright, indirect light, not direct exposure to harsh sun. Strong direct sunlight, especially during midday, can burn the leaves, causing discoloration and damage to their texture. At the same time, low light conditions are equally harmful. When the plant does not receive enough light, it begins to conserve energy. This often results in slowed growth, smaller leaves, and eventually the loss of older leaves. Many people misinterpret this as a watering or fertilizer issue, when in reality, it is simply a lack of light. The ideal placement is near a bright window where light is abundant but softened by a curtain or distance from the glass. East-facing windows are often ideal, while south or west-facing windows may require some filtering. If your plant is not producing new leaves or is losing them over time, improving light conditions should be one of the first adjustments you make. Alocasia thrives in warmth and stability. It is not a plant that tolerates sudden environmental changes, especially when it comes to temperature. The ideal range is between 18 and 28 degrees Celsius, where the plant can grow steadily and maintain strong, healthy leaves. When temperatures drop below this range, growth slows down significantly, and the plant may begin to lose leaves as a stress response. Cold drafts are particularly dangerous. Even short exposure to cold air from an open window or door can shock the plant. You might not notice the effect immediately, but within days, leaves can begin to decline. Artificial heating and air conditioning can also create hidden problems. While the room temperature may seem acceptable, these systems often create localized areas of hot or cold air, leading to inconsistent conditions around the plant. The key principle is stability. Avoid placing the plant near windows that are frequently opened, radiators, or air conditioning vents. A stable environment allows the plant to focus on growth instead of survival. Humidity is one of the defining factors in whether your alocasia merely survives or truly thrives. In its natural environment, humidity levels are consistently high, often ranging between 60 and 80% or even higher. In most homes, especially during winter months, humidity drops far below this level. This creates a silent stress factor that many people overlook. The plant may appear fine at first, but over time, it develops brown edges, crispy tips, and reduced vitality. These symptoms are often mistaken for watering issues, but in many cases, the real problem is dry air. Using a humidifier is the most reliable solution. It provides consistent moisture in the air and directly addresses the plant's needs. Grouping plants together can help create a microclimate, but it is usually not enough on its own. Misting is often recommended, but its effect is temporary and limited. It can provide short-term relief, but should not be relied on as a primary method. If you want to see a noticeable improvement in leaf quality, increasing humidity is one of the most effective changes you can make. Soil is not just a support for the plant, it is the environment in which the roots live. For alocasia, this environment must provide both moisture and oxygen at the same time. A good soil mix should be loose, airy, and well-draining, while still capable of holding some moisture. A combination of standard potting soil, perlite, and orchid bark works exceptionally well because it creates air pockets that allow oxygen to reach the roots. Heavy, compact soil is one of the most common hidden problems. It holds too much water and restricts airflow, creating conditions that lead to root rot. Even if you water correctly, poor soil can undo everything. Think of the roots as needing to breathe. Without oxygen, they weaken and eventually fail. Even if moisture is present, refreshing the soil every 1 to 2 years can also help maintain its structure and prevent compaction over time. This small step can significantly improve the long-term health of your plant. Alocasia is a relatively fast-growing plant during its active season, and producing large, dramatic leaves requires energy. This means it benefits from regular feeding, but only when it is actively growing. During spring and summer, applying a balanced fertilizer every 2 to 3 weeks provides the nutrients needed for strong, healthy development. This supports leaf size, color intensity, and overall vigor. However, more is not better. Over-fertilizing can damage the roots and lead to salt buildup in the soil, which creates additional stress for the plant. In autumn and winter, growth naturally slows down. During this period, the plant requires little to no feeding. Continuing to fertilize during dormancy can do more harm than good. The key is timing and moderation. Feed when the plant is growing, and hold back when it is resting. Alocasia amazonica is a toxic plant, and this is something that should be taken seriously, especially in households with pets or small children. The plant contains calcium oxalate crystals, which can cause irritation when ingested. If a pet or person chews on the leaves, it can lead to immediate discomfort, including burning sensations in the mouth, drooling, and difficulty swallowing. For pets such as cats and dogs, even small amounts can cause noticeable symptoms. While it is rarely life-threatening, it is certainly unpleasant and should be avoided. Because of this, placement becomes important. Keeping the plant out of reach is the safest approach. High shelves, plant stands, or rooms that pets cannot access are good options. It's always better to prevent the problem than to deal with the consequences later. Alocasia has some unique behaviors that can confuse even experienced plant owners, but once you understand them, they make perfect sense. One of the most important things to know is that the plant often sacrifices older leaves when producing new ones. This is a natural energy management strategy. Instead of supporting many leaves at once, it focuses on developing strong, new growth. This means that losing a leaf is not always a sign of a problem. If a new leaf is emerging at the same time, the plant is behaving normally. Another key behavior is dormancy. During colder months or when conditions are less favorable, the plant may slow down significantly or stop growing altogether. In some cases, it may lose most of its leaves. This can look alarming, but it is not the end of the plant. During dormancy, reduce watering and stop fertilizing. When conditions improve, growth will resume. Finally, keeping the leaves clean is more important than it seems. Dust blocks light and reduces the plant's ability to photosynthesize. Gently wiping the leaves helps maintain their function and keeps the plant looking its best. When you understand these patterns, Alocasia stops being unpredictable and becomes a plant you can manage with confidence.